My dog, Finnegan, does this thing. He waits by the door, not always, but often enough that I notice. He isn't whining, he isn't scratching, he is just there. A silent, furry sentinel. When the key turns in the lock, his ears twitch. The door opens, and the explosion of joy begins. He spins. His tail thumps a frantic rhythm against the wall. He leaps, not on me, but near me, as if the air itself is something to celebrate. This moment feels like love. It feels pure and uncomplicated. But as a scientist who studies dogs, I have to ask, what is really happening here? Is this an expression of a deep emotional bond? Or is it something else? Is it the learned anticipation of a walk? Is it the simple biological relief from the boredom of a quiet apartment? A dog's world is a world of smells, sounds, routines. My arrival is a major event in his otherwise predictable day. It signals a shift. The quiet ends. The activity begins. The food bowl might soon be filled. So when he greets me with such enthusiasm, is he greeting me, the person he has missed? This is the welcome home problem. We see what we want to see. We see a loving companion who has patiently awaited our return, bursting with affection. And maybe that is exactly what it is. But to be fair to the dog, we must also consider other possibilities. Dogs are brilliant learners. They are masters of association. They learn that the sound of the key in the door leads to good things. It leads to attention food, the great outdoors. This is not a cynical view. It is a realistic one. It acknowledges the dog's intelligence and its ability to predict his world based on our habits. This question, love or snacks, isn't just a playful thought. It gets to the very heart of our relationship with another species. We share our homes, our beds, and our lives. We talk to them. We worry about them. We consider them family. Dogs speak, a language of the body. We as humans are mostly verbal. We use words to declare our love. A dog cannot say, "I missed you." Instead, it uses its entire being to communicate. The wagging tail is the most famous example, but its meaning is more complex than simple happiness. A high, fast wag can be excitement. A low, slow wag can be uncertainty. A whole body wag, shoulders to hips, often means a friendly, open greeting. These signals are one part of a much larger conversation. Consider the lick, the dog kiss. Puppies lick their mother's face to request food. It's an ancient instinct for soliciting care. When a dog licks our face, is it a holdover from puppyhood? A sign of deference, you are the leader, or a learned gesture of affection from our positive reactions? When a dog licks our hand, we often respond with a soft voice or a gentle pat. The dog learns this action brings pleasant results. It becomes part of their social toolkit. Then there is the lean, a dog pressing its full weight against your legs. It can feel like a hug, a request for closeness and security, a way to seek comfort when anxious or unsure. By pressing against you, their steady leader, they ground themselves. But it can also be marking, rubbing scent, claiming you as part of the group. It is affiliation. It says, we belong together. Whether for comfort or connection, the lean is a powerful physical statement. These actions, the wag, the lick, the lean, are not lies. They are not tricks to get food. They are genuine canine behaviors evolved over thousands of years with us. They are how dogs navigate a social world where we matter most. They might not be love, like a poet writes, but they are clear, honest communications. They are the dog's way of saying, you are important to me, your presence matters. And that, in itself, is a profound connection we should not dismiss. Does your dog do this too? Tell us in the comments. What does your dog do when you come home? If you love understanding your dog more each week, tap subscribe. The next behavior is even more surprising. For a long time, the question of dog love was left to anecdotes and feelings. But in recent years, science has given us a new window into the canine mind. One of the most powerful tools we have is the study of hormones, the chemical messengers that drive emotions. A key player in this story is a hormone called oxytocin. In humans, oxytocin is often called the love hormone or bonding hormone. when a mother nurses her newborn, when we hug a loved one, when we fall in love. It facilitates trust and attachment. Remarkably, scientists discovered that dogs produce oxytocin too, and what's more, they produce it in response to us. In one landmark study, researchers had dogs and their owners gaze into each other's eyes for a few minutes. Afterward, they measured the oxytocin levels in both the humans and the dogs. The results were astonishing. Both species showed a significant spike in oxytocin. The longer they held the gaze, the higher the oxytocin levels rose. This mutual hormonal loop is the same one that strengthens the bond between a human mother and her infant. This finding is monumental. It suggests that the connection we feel when we look into our dog's eyes is not just in our heads. It is a shared biological event. The dog is not just staring at us, waiting for a command or a piece of cheese. The act of sharing a gaze is, in itself, a socially bonding experience for the dog, just as it is for us. This is not something dogs typically do with each other. A direct, prolonged stare between two dogs is often a threat. But with us, they have repurposed this behavior into something intimate. This doesn't mean a dog's love is identical to a human's, but it does provide strong evidence that the bond is rooted in the same neurochemistry that underpins our own most profound attachments. It is a two-way street. Our affection for our dogs triggers a chemical response in them, and their affection for us triggers the same in our own brains. It is a feedback loop of affection, measurable in the blood. This shared chemistry moves the conversation beyond simple food-seeking behavior and into the realm of a genuine cross-species social bond. Tell us your best eye contact moment with your dog in the comments. Most dog owners completely miss this next one. So we have a chemical basis for the bond. But what about a dog's priorities? When push comes to shove, what do they really want more? Our love or a tasty snack? This is a question that can be tested. Neuroscientist Gregory Burns, a pioneer in canine brain imaging, designed an elegant experiment to find out. He trained dogs to lie perfectly still in an fMRI machine, allowing him to watch their brains react to different stimuli in real time. He wanted to see what lit up the brain's reward center more brightly, the promise of food or the promise of praise from their owner. The setup was simple. The dogs learned to associate different objects with different outcomes. One object meant they would receive a piece of hot dog.
Another object meant they would hear their owner's voice saying, "Good dog," and receive a gentle pat.
By observing the caudate nucleus, the brain's pleasure center, Burns could see which reward the dogs anticipated more eagerly. The results were fascinating and, for many dog lovers, deeply validating. A significant number of the dogs showed an equal or greater brain response to praise as they did to food. This does not mean all dogs prefer petting to treats. In the study, some dogs were clearly more food motivated. A few were extreme praise seekers. Most fell somewhere in the middle, valuing both food and affection. This variability makes perfect sense. Just like people, dogs are individuals. Their preferences are shaped by their breed, their personality, their life experiences, their current level of hunger. To understand a dog's love for a human, we must look at its social history. Dogs are descended from wolves, animals with an intensely cooperative and hierarchical pack structure. The pack is everything. It is family, it is a hunting team, it is a defense system. Within the pack, there are strong bonds, complex social rules, and clear roles. When dogs were domesticated thousands of years ago, they brought this innate need for a social group with them. In our modern world, our families have become their packs. We are their strange, two-legged pack mates. This pack mentality explains a lot about a dog's behavior toward us. They look to us for leadership and for guidance, just as a wolf would look to the pack's alpha members. This is why they are so attuned to our cues. They watch our faces, They follow our pointing fingers, they listen to the tone of our voice to figure out what is happening and what they should do next. They are not just looking for commands, they are looking for social information. Our confidence reassures them. Our fear can make them anxious. We are the center of their social universe. This view of us as pack leaders does not mean we need to be dominant or harsh. Modern research on wolf packs shows the alpha is usually just the parent. The pack is a family unit, led by the breeding pair who guide and care for their offspring. The best leaders are calm, consistent, and reliable, not aggressive. A dog that sees you as a dependable leader feels secure. It knows the rules, it trusts your judgment, and it feels safe in your presence. This feeling of security is a cornerstone of the bond they form with us. So, is this love, or is it just a deep-seated instinct to follow a pack leader? Perhaps the distinction is not as important as we think. For a social animal like a dog, respect, trust, and a desire for proximity to the leader are all forms of powerful attachment. They see us as their providers, their protectors, and the central figures in their lives. They offer us loyalty and companionship in return. In the language of the dog, this deep, deferential, and trusting bond is the closest thing to what we might call love. It is a family bond, rewritten for a world with two species. That's basically it. Have you ever noticed your dog acting differently when you are sad? Perhaps they come closer, rest their head on your knee, or just lie quietly by your feet, more subdued than usual. This phenomenon is not just your imagination. Dogs are remarkably sensitive to human emotional states, a skill known as emotional contagion. They can literally catch our feelings. They may not understand the complex reason for your sadness, a bad day at work, a sad movie, but they can perceive the shift in your emotional state and mirror it in their own behavior. This ability is rooted in their keen observational skills. They don't just hear our words, they read our entire being. They pick up on subtle changes in our posture, the tension in our muscles, and the tone of our voice. They are also masters of sniffing out chemical cues. When we are stressed or fearful, our bodies release different hormones, and our scent changes in ways that a dog's powerful nose can easily detect. So, when you feel sad, your dog might literally smell the sadness on you. This perception triggers a response in them. Some studies have tried to test this empathy directly. In one experiment, a dog's owner and a stranger sat in a room. Each person would take turns either humming or pretending to cry. The researchers watched to see which person the dog would approach. Overwhelmingly, the dogs were more likely to approach and nuzzle the person who was crying, regardless of whether it was their owner or the stranger. They were not just seeking attention from their owner. They were responding to the display of distress itself. This suggests a generalized, pro-social, comforting behavior. Now, we must be careful not to overstate this. Is this true empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another? Or is it a more basic response? The dog might approach a crying person because the sound is upsetting to them, and they are seeking to stop it or to get comfort for themselves. But even if the motivation is partly selfish, the result is the same. The dog moves toward the source of sadness. It is an act that looks and feels like caring. Whether it comes from a place of deep understanding or simple emotional instinct, the dog's impulse is to close the distance when we are in pain. If your dog does this, pay attention. What's their go-to comfort move? Share below. And here's where it gets interesting. One of the most compelling arguments against the "it's just for food" theory is what happens when we leave. If a dog's bond with us was purely transactional, then our absence should be a neutral event. The dog could simply rest and conserve energy until the food provider returns. But as many dog owners know all too well, this is often not the case. Many dogs exhibit clear signs of distress when left alone, a condition known as separation anxiety. This isn't about hunger, it's about the absence of their person. The signs can range from mild to severe. A dog might whine for a few minutes after the door closes. A dog might bark for a few minutes after the door closes. They might wait by the window. watching for our return. In more extreme cases, they can become destructive, chewing on furniture, scratching at doors, or having accidents in the house. These are not acts of spite or revenge for being left behind. They are outward manifestations of panic. The dog's secure base, their human, has disappeared, and their world feels unstable and frightening. This is a powerful testament to the strength of their attachment. Think about what this means from the dog's perspective. For thousands of years, being part of a group meant survival. Being alone was dangerous. This ancient instinct is still very much alive in our pet dogs. When we, their primary social group, leave them in a quiet, empty house, it can trigger a primal fear of abandonment. Their distress is real. It shows that our presence provides them with more than just food and walks. It provides them with a fundamental sense of security and well-being. They are not just missing the things we do for them. They are missing us. Of course, not all dogs suffer from separation anxiety. Some are perfectly content to nap the day away. But even for these dogs, our return is almost always a significant event, marked by a happy greeting. The contrast between their behavior when we are gone and their joy when we return highlights our importance in their emotional lives. A dog that truly misses you is a dog that is attached to you for reasons that go far beyond the contents of its food bowl. Their loneliness is a measure of their bond. Most dog owners completely miss this one: jealousy. Does your dog wedge between you and others? Watch this. Does your dog ever push its way between you and another person, or give you a dirty look when you pet another dog at the park? This behavior looks an awful lot like jealousy. It's a complex social emotion that in humans involves insecurity, fear of lost rivalry. For a long time, scientists were hesitant to attribute such a sophisticated emotion to dogs. They preferred to explain the behavior in simpler terms, such as resource guarding. From this perspective, you are a valuable resource, and the dog is simply protecting its access to you. However, recent studies have begun to challenge this simpler view. In one clever experiment, owners were instructed to ignore their dog and give effusive attention to one of three objects: a stuffed dog that barked and wagged its tail, a jack-o'-lantern bucket, or a book. The dog showed significantly more jealous behaviors, pushing, whining, snapping, when their owners interacted with the stuffed dog than with the other objects. This suggests they were not just reacting to a lack of attention, but specifically to their owner's interaction with a perceived social rival. This doesn't prove that dog jealousy is identical to the human version. A dog's experience is likely less narrative. They are probably not thinking, "He loves that other dog more than me." It is more likely a direct, visceral reaction to a perceived threat to a critical social bond. The sight of their primary attachment figure giving affection and resources to a potential competitor triggers an immediate, instinctual response to intervene and reclaim their position. It is a raw, protective impulse. Whatever we choose to call it, jealousy, resource guarding, or rivalry, the behavior is undeniably powerful. It reveals how much dogs value their exclusive relationship with us. They are not passive recipients of our affection. They are active participants in the relationship, willing to take action to protect it. The fact that a dog would try to interrupt your interaction with a fake dog but not a bucket shows a sophisticated level of social evaluation. They are not just fighting for attention, they are fighting to maintain their special place in your life, their pack of two. Have you seen jealousy in your dog? What happened? And the next insight ties it all together. So, after looking at the brain chemistry, the behavioral tests, and the evolutionary history, where do we land? Do dogs love us, or do they just want snacks? The truth, it seems, is not an either-or proposition. They want the snacks. They are animals, and food is essential for survival. But the evidence is overwhelming that they also want us. They want our presence, our touch, our praise, and our gaze. They form deep neurochemical bonds with us that mirror our own attachments. They miss us when we're gone and work to protect their relationship with us. Perhaps the real mistake is trying to measure a dog's love with a human yardstick. A dog's love isn't filled with the complexities of human romance or the intellectual layers of our friendships. It is something different. It is simpler, more present-focused, and in some ways, purer. A dog's love is demonstrated in the full-body wag when you walk through the door. It is in the quiet weight of a head on your lap when you feel sad. It is in the unwavering loyalty of a creature who sees you as the center of its world. It is not less than human love. It is simply dog love. Want to go deeper? Tap to watch while your dog stares at you, Science of the Gaze, next. This love is a product of a unique 15,000-year-old partnership. We shaped them, selecting for the friendliest and most cooperative companions. And they, in turn, shaped us. They protected our camps, helped us hunt, and taught us something about interspecies companionship. This shared history is etched into the DNA of every dog, and into the part of our own brains that responds so warmly to a wagging tail. The bond is ancient, real, and powerful. It is more than a transaction. It is a shared existence. In the end, the most beautiful thing is that it doesn't have to be a secret. The evidence is right there, every day. It is in the soft sigh your dog lets out as it curls up at your feet. It is in the frantic joy of a greeting, a moment of pure, unadulterated happiness at your return. They may not be able to say the words, but they show us their feelings in 1,000 small ways. The real truth is that for a dog, love and care are intertwined. You are the provider of both snacks and safety, of both comfort and joy. To them, you are home. And what is that, if not a form of love? And, it makes you wonder, if they read our emotions so well, what exactly are they reading from us right now?